Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Camellia Noble here live, and I am in California with
Allison Clark.
Allison Clark, and we're here at her yard, and I'm just going to take a few minutes to show you. This is her front yard here. She has chard growing, and it is so yummy. I mean, just so full of love and life here, and all of her love energy is in this food, and it's just so vibrant. And so I just wanted to take some time and show you what an urban garden looks like, and maybe inspire you guys at home to do the same thing. So tell me, what inspired you to do this garden?
A couple years ago I had a health scare, and it definitely gave me a wake-up call to change the way I was eating and viewing food. And I've always loved gardening, and it dawned on me I spent about $200 a month on watering a lawn, and I thought, instead of continuing with that, what if I applied that to growing my own food to help heal myself and, I think use a resource more wisely.
Okay, awesome. That's great. So, tell me about, since you've grown this food, what's happened to the neighborhood, like in this food? Who consumes it all, and what do the neighbors think about it?
Well, last year I planted mostly pumpkins and winter squash in the front yard.
Okay.
And I must admit, I got to know my neighbors a lot better. I would have people come up and offer to purchase some of the produce.
Okay.
And I was able just to allow them to, pick what they wanted. There was probably about 30% was unauthorized procurement, but for the most part discovered that my neighbors were honest, interested individuals who were real excited and would watch the different produce develop and grow right alongside of me.
Wow.
We had watermelons growing, and those were very, very popular. But it was a lot of fun, and I had people come back with dishes that they had made for me using the ingredients. It was a very, very positive experience. There was just no downside to it, quite honestly.
Awesome. And do you still have that $200 a month water bill?
No, it actually is significantly cheaper. My water bill is just under $100 a month now. So it was kind of a win-win across the board. I managed to grow probably about 75% of the veggies that I eat in my front or back garden. And so it's allowed me to save money on food and my utilities, and I think I'm just getting my budgeted dollars.
What would you say that you're saving each month now? So I just have to clarify. So you used to spend $200 a month having a green lawn,
Correct.
And then you have to go to the store or the farmer's market and buy produce.
Correct.
And so now you have a yard, you spend some time each week maintaining it.
Correct.
It costs you $100 a month to water it, and then you get 75% of your food from it.
My vegetables from it, correct.
Wow.
I'm probably saving an additional maybe $6 to $7
Wow.
a year. Yes.
Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
And if you had to tell the people back home, what the benefit of gardening is, or why they might want to try something like this, what would it be?
I can't think of a downside. It's made me more active in my community. I know that I'm eating better. I know what is going into my food that I'm eating.
Right.
And I also have a much broader appreciation for what it takes to actually grow and bring food to a dinner table. And I must admit that I had some spectacular failures when I first started, but I've definitely gotten better. I now know what grows better in this particular environment. I said, I mean, I've saved money. I think I'm getting a really high product for my efforts. I enjoy it. It's become a therapy for me. I can't tell you what the downside is. So it's just been positive.
Yay!
Yeah.
Would you like to show us a couple plants? Take us around your garden quickly?
Well, if you want to start right here.
Okay.
I have different types of culinary thyme growing.
Oh, this is thyme.
This is thyme. And so this particular one right here in this patch is referred to as caraway thyme.
Okay.
And so I've been I integrate edibles into my ornamental garden whenever I can.
Wow.
So I planted a big bank of chard here because here in Southern California it acts as a perennial. It's my understanding it's a biennial.
Okay.
So this will go into next year before it will set seed. So it's one of these, I can plant it once and it's available.
Every year on its own?
Yeah, it will just...
So you don't have to replant this, this just comes back on its own?
It will just keep growing. So I don't have to do anything to this for another year.
So let me just confirm here. So when you first planted this area of chard, how many plants did you put here and how much bigger is it now since it just maintains itself?
No, it's the same size, but obviously they're a lot bigger now.
Okay.
Probably a little bit too big. But I have chickens in the backyard, so I actually harvest a lot of this chard. This amount of chard allows me to give them 2 big armfuls every day, and that's their source of greens that they eat.
Wow.
So yeah, chickens actually eat more of this than my family does.
Wow.
So we definitely enjoy this. And right now I've been swinging from the kales and the collards and the winter crops. Before I had a bunch of broccoli and different cool weather things, but now with the heat coming on, I'm in the process of putting in the rest of my eggplant, peppers.
Okay.
I like to grow heirloom tomatoes and
one of my
squashes.
favorites.
And so I just have all different kinds throughout the garden. This one's referred to as black pineapple. It's my favorite, so I have several of those.
So this is a tomato plant, heirloom tomatoes.
Correct.
It's called black pineapple.
Black pineapple.
Wow.
And then this one's Cherokee purple. And I have...
Is that like a Native American thing because it's called Cherokee or no?
Correct.
It is.
It has a history where the seeds originated from the Midwest and specifically the Cherokee peoples. And it is just a fantastic tomato.
Wow.
I have, each one of the plants is different. I have all different types of peppers. I like hot peppers a lot, so over there are the hot peppers. These are just bell peppers, as you can see. I actually have some growing right now.
Oh, let's check those out. Let's get a close-up. Oh, look at that! Here it is, guys. Can you see this back home? Beautiful. Now, is it going to stay purple, or is it going to turn colors?
That will lighten up. It will be purple and yellow when it's ripe.
Wow. That's beautiful. And I see you have some tomatoes growing over here.
Correct. Yeah,
awesome.
That's the Cherokee purple. And
wow.
I already have tomatoes growing on it.
Okay.
And then I have just various squashes tucked in here and there.
Wonderful.
And probably this weekend the rest of the kale will come up and it'll be dried to make kale chips out of.
Kale chips, yum. And you were telling me earlier, you take your kale in your Swiss chard, put some garlic on it and put it in the dehydrator?
I put a little coconut oil on it with garlic and then I dehydrate it.
Wow.
And it makes a really nice snack that, that my family enjoys.
Good.
So I have some heirloom cucumbers just growing.
Wow.
across, and you know, just kind of a hodgepodge. You know, this is a squash, a little pecan is beginning to.
Oh, let's take a deeper look at that here back home. You guys see that? Look at that. This guy right here. He's so beautiful. What a cute baby. Awesome. Well, thank you for taking time and showing us your garden.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So guys, let's just take a behind the scenes view here. This place is so beautiful, and it's in her front yard, and it keeps her active, and the neighbors come out and start talking to her, and people who don't have food come and sometimes take it when they need it, and it just works out for everybody. The birds are here, the butterflies are here, the moths are here, everybody's here hanging out with this beautiful garden. So make today the best day ever, and thanks for joining me.